Hi there, Jignesh. Let's take a look at this set of essays you've written for us. Weddings, benefits, disadvantages. Let's see. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated that an extravagant wedding because one wedding, is better than a modest wedding. However, on the other hand, many argue that a mediocre wedding is the better option. Personally, I strongly agree that spending heavily on weddings has more cons than pros. Perfect. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that spending lavishly on a wedding is not a right decision. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, reckless spending will create more debt. For instance, in India, people attempt suicide because they are heavily in debt and you can never write, we never use contractions in IELTS essays. We have to use the full word written out, and they cannot repay back the loan. Secondly, marriages should be a close and intimate occasion for the couples and not the society. For example, in India, there is a notion to invite extended cousins and relatives because of the family pressure to invite them. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that spending extensively on weddings has more disadvantages than advantages. All right, so you convinced me here, but here I don't see the point. So you're saying that it should be a close and intimate occasion. All right, well that's I don't understand how this is related to spending a lot of money. So remember to tie in the issue of spending money, okay? So there's a disconnect here. Your ideas are not developed in this part of the paragraph, nor are they linked appropriately. Okay, because you lost me here. So it's your opinion that they should be close and intimate, and then all of a sudden you tell me that there is pressure to invite extended cousins, but how does this go back to the idea of money? Okay, so make sure that you develop it appropriately. Okay, let's see. On the other hand, the benefits of overspending in a wedding can be a dazzling experience for family members, plural. This will also make youngsters motivated to get married and make it one of the biggest moments of their life. Okay. Furthermore, for many people, it will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience to get married, and if they start by overspending on it, then the moments would be worth cherishing. Okay. I like what you wrote. I do think you should have developed the paragraph more. It does feel underdeveloped. And even in terms of length, like look how much longer this paragraph is than this one. So I would like to see more development here. Okay? So in other words, great. If it's a dazzling experience, why couldn't it be a dazzling experience with less money? Do you understand what I'm saying? So develop this idea of why it's so important to spend money. Now, again here, if you start by overspending, the memory is worth cherishing. Why? Explain it to me. What happens when you overspend? So I mean, just think about some of the things like, you hire an expensive band, your decorations are lavish and fairy tale-like. The food is all of your favorite delicacies from all over the world. And so it creates this opulent experience which shows that the wedding and the marriage is something worth celebrating. And this definitely increases the mood and of the wedding and so forth and so forth. Okay, you can come up with some ideas yourself. I'm just trying to help you a little bit. Okay, so a little underdeveloped. All right, keep that in mind. And let's see. From the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that no matter how people feel about spending on a what? All right, there should be a comma here. It is the people's opinion on how they choose to do so. I will always feel that spending heavily on a wedding will have more disadvantages than advantages. All right, so that's pretty clear. But let's talk about another problem you have here, Jignesh. This is the paragraph that talks about the negatives of spending money on weddings, right? And this is what you support. So since this is the side that you support, this has to come second. So first we talk about the side that we don't support, and then we talk about the side that we do support. All right? So you have to reverse your paragraphs. And this is something that will absolutely affect your coherence and cohesion score because it's a standard convention of writing an essay. All right? Keep that in mind as well. And let's move on to your other task here, which is the cover letter. Fabulous. Let's see. Dear Sir, Madam, I'm writing in response to no, not a job application, a job advertisement. I'm writing in response to a job advertisement for the position of data scientist, which was posted on LinkedIn 2 days ago. I am Dave Gilbert, who moved from California to New York 3 years ago to start a career in the finance industry. I have completed my master's in finance from UCLA with a GPA of 3.75, and I was recruited by State Street Limited as a fund manager. Yesterday, while going through my LinkedIn profile, I saw a post from S&P Global for the position of a data scientist. I was overjoyed looking at the post that the company I have always dreamed of working for is now offering a job exactly my field of expertise. I immediately updated my CV reflecting all my qualities and skills which I have learned in my current role. In addition, I am currently managing a team of 40 analysts S and senior analysts S, which brings in major revenues to the company. This will be, okay, full stop. This will be a plus point, as you stated in the job role, that you would also require a team leader who has managed 20 plus members. I am super thrilled to start my new role in S&P Global. Therefore, I'm attaching my CV with this. No, I'm attaching my CV with this cover letter. I hope that I tick all the checkboxes which you are looking for in a possible candidate. Yours faithfully. All right. So, the first thing that I want to talk about is your tone. It's a little too informal. All right, not throughout, but in enough places that it's going to create a problem. I'm super thrilled, definitely not, okay? That's something you would write to your best friend, but certainly not for a job cover letter. I am enthusiastic, would be better. I am greatly looking forward to, also okay. All right, and then here, I was overjoyed looking at the post, definitely not. Again, I mean, these are words that you don't want to use. You're trying to be a little more impersonal, a little more professional, a little more formal. Okay? So, let's see. So yesterday while going through now all of this is a little too detailed. They don't care about some of this detail. All right? This is not something that will help your job prospects. So get rid of some of the personal element of this. All of this, like I said, is really appropriate if you're writing a letter to your best friend, but in a job cover letter, definitely not. You're trying to attract the employer to get him or her to look at your resume. That's the whole point. So some of this could have been excluded. So let's try it again. I was recruited by State Street Limited as a fund manager. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to show your enthusiasm, but what I want to tell you is that there are other ways to do that. So let's see how we could do it. I am very excited at the prospect of working for S&P Global as a data scientist, as it is a company I have always admired, and it is currently offering a job precisely in my field of expertise. I have been following your progress in the news, and I am confident that I can work towards the continued success of your firm. Okay? And then what you wrote here was fine. But that's kind of how I would have developed this bullet point about energy and enthusiasm. It's a lot less personal than what you wrote. It's a little more professional, and it's focusing on the company and why you think you'd be a good fit and why they should look at your resume, essentially. Okay? So let's see. I think that's it. You know what you have to do: correct, add to your error correction list, and return back to us with new essays. Go ahead and do all those things, and let's meet back here with your next set of essays. Good luck.